Hi, Lee Anne. It's so good to be with you today. Now, Lee Anne, you have been a long time international educator. You've lived in, different continents. And I just wonder, what are your observations about global citizenship education?
Oh, Kat, thank you so much for asking that question. I think that at its heart, global citizenship education is really designed to equip people to be more active participants in civic life and civic dialogue, and to take action and to be really informed about local and global issues. So it's such a great philosophy. It's sometimes not as easy to put into practice, though, as we might like it to be. It's very complex actually to do it well.
Yes. And I think part of the issue is got to do with the criticality aspect, right?
Yes, absolutely. Without that piece, it can be a little more surface than one might want it to be. And we want to get kids into that deep, like root cause area so they understand things more deeply. Kat, speaking of that criticality piece, I know that you are planning your CEL TLC. And can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, that's my observation too, that a lot of global citizenship education is mitigating downstream effects rather than questioning the roots, that are creating these problems. So the metaphor I like to use is like an overflowing bathtub. So it is great when you have an overflowing bathtub that you should probably be mopping up the floor and all that. But at the root of it, the first step that you should do probably is to turn off the faucet. So this is what the CEL, Critical Economic Literacy Teacher Learning Community, is all about. It's actually an 8-week long learning community where we come together to learn about the essential theories of economics that's driving our world today. So things like how is the GDP, which is so ubiquitous, a data point that many countries, or we all use, right? But how is it even derived, and what are some of the problematic aspects of it, the assumptions that are very unrealistic? So, as teachers understand more about how the economics drive our world, hopefully they would then be able to embed some of this thinking and understanding into their own units, which is one of the outputs the evidence of learning that we would achieve.
That sounds fascinating. And it also sounds like it might be a little bit intense and a lot of work. How would you describe this experience for the participants?
It is true. It is quite a bit of work. Firstly, it's about 4 to 5 hours of work a week, which involves within that 4 to 5 hours, it involves a 75-minute weekly face-to-face session. But then because we are using andragogical learning methods, so teachers will actually pre-learn the topics. We'll come and we will discuss and explore and deepen the learning, and then there will be kind of a post view to it.
My gosh, it sounds really vibrant and such a like just such a fascinating way to approach this type of learning. And it sounds like actually the participants might be engaged in creating new types of knowledge as well. Is that going to be the case?
Yes. Yeah, actually, this is part of my doctoral research project. And as far as I know, nobody has ever done this. So we are innovating and creating new knowledge. We're trying to this experiment, whether this will really be helpful in raising even our own understanding of our world, and then how we translate that in teaching critical thinking for our students.
Mm. Oh my gosh, so important. The critical thinking piece is just so key, right? For so many solutions for the future.
Love it.
Okay,
So
can't wait
Kat,
to hear the stories out of this CEL TLC. Kat, this is fantastic.